Welcome to Leadership. How you doing? And I'm not talking about the 1980s Friends Joey Tribbiani, how you doing? I'm talking about the 1980s University of Maryland EDCP 417L Advanced Leadership and Group Dynamics. How you doing? I took this course as an undergrad at the University of Maryland, and one day our college professor rolled in and asked this question, how you doing? And we answered the question with your typical college response. Okay, cool, all right, good, fair to middling, and of course the classic, I'd complain, but who'd listen? And his response to this was, who wants to follow that? And his point to us was, as leaders, when someone asks how you're doing, we've got to really think about that, because the way we answer this simple question affects those who follow us. Because as leaders, we need to lead lives worth imitating. If we walk around with the weight of the world on our shoulders and our problems on our sleeves, folks are not necessarily inclined to want to be like us or to follow us. And, you know, it's just not fair. We've got bad days. We've got situations in our lives that are just tough. And sometimes the things that folks come to us with just seem to be annoying. Well, guess what? Suck it up, Buttercup. That's part of being a leader. You've got to take on this burden. You need to listen to folks, make time for them, encourage them to follow you. Sometimes you just got to fake it till you make it. Now, C.S. Lewis kind of puts it in a little, maybe a kinder way, and talks about in Mere Christianity when he says, don't waste time bothering whether you love your neighbor or not. Act as if you did. Because when we do this, the secret is that eventually we really actually start to love our neighbor. And so maybe a kinder way of looking at fake it till you make it is fake it till you become it. Paul tells us in Romans that not only are we going to have sufferings, but we're to embrace them and to boast in them. And these sufferings produce endurance and character. They give us hope. They allow the Holy Spirit to work through us. Well, the good news is when we have these bad days, we have these bad times, there are resources. As lay leaders, we've got pastors, we've got coaches, we've got peers, folks that have walked the walk we're walking now. And of course, we've got prayer. For pastors, we've got mutual ministry, we've got coaches, we've got peers, and we've got prayer. What we don't have are those we lead. We sometimes get very close to the people we lead. We need to remember that they're not there for us to lean on. So there's another way of looking at the question, how you doing? And it's, how are you doing? As a metric, as a leader, how are you doing? And how do you know? Well, let's first talk about what it is to be a leader. Ralph Nader says, the function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. Maybe you're not a Nader fan. Well, how about this? Go therefore and make disciples, Jesus Christ. One of the tests that I've used as a leader is what's called the cloud test. And it kind of goes like this. You've passed away and you're floating on your way up to heaven and you stop at the nearest cloud. Take a look back. Take a look at your church, at your business, at your home. Peel back the roof and see how things are going. If things are going as well without you as they were going with you, or perhaps even better, then you've done your job, because that's the job of a leader. As for me, as I'm putting this together, I think of this question, how you doing? And right now, I'm on vacation in Hawaii with my wife, and I am doing just great. When I got back from this vacation, I had some work to do. There were some things that didn't quite go as well as they should have. So now I've got to get back to it. So I bid you aloha and thank you for stopping by and listening.